Do not waste your valuable and precious time in a relationship that's not serving you, at a job that's making you miserable. Your time is the most valuable asset that you have, because time is probably the only thing that you cannot get back. What's good, girlies? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna be sharing with you 10 ways to increase your value as a woman. These tips today will help you to level up in your finances and make more money, and they'll help you to accomplish your personal goals and also build and attract more quality relationships into your life. First, I'm going to talk about how to increase your value professionally and make more money. Number one is going to be to remember that everything is a negotiation. This tip is going to be directed more towards younger women. This is something that I'm just now learning and that I wish somebody would have taught me. But when you enter into adult world, everybody is just looking out for themselves. You out here making moves, making purchases, getting new jobs. People are going to try to screw you over to get the better deal for them because they just trying to provide for themselves, okay? So you have to look out for yourself. Make sure that you are negotiating everything, because you can get more out of the situation than you think you can if you just ask for it. If you don't know how to negotiate, you don't have to know everything to start. You can just start and learn as you go and just do what you can and do what you know. The number one thing with negotiation that I would recommend that you start with is just saying more or less than what you actually need. Just start there. If you're accepting a job offer, don't just take the first offer that they're giving you. And that's what they expect younger women especially to do, because women are underpaid. If you want like $13, when you negotiate, when you pitch the negotiation, don't say $13, okay? Say 14, because then they might get to 13 or even further than that. Vice versa, if you buying a car or you about to pay rent or something, do not say what you'll actually pay. Say lower than that. That's my little negotiation advice. You do not have to know every single thing to know how to negotiate. All you have to do is just ask for a little bit more than what you want and just tell them why you're valuable. What are you adding to them and what are they going to get out of it? Number two is going to be to learn new and valuable skills, especially while you're young. If you have a valuable skill that adds to somebody's life, that solves some type of problem, that makes their life easier, you'll never go broke. It doesn't really matter how old you are. As a woman, start learning new things that really interest you, and then people will pay you because you're so skilled at that, you're so proficient at it. And also, along with learning new skills, also gain experience, especially in the areas that you're actually interested in. Because down the line, when you are looking to do some type of business transaction, the main thing people look for is skills and experience. They want to know that you know what you're doing and you can do it better than them. That's why they want to do business with you. The third way to increase your value professionally is going to be to go the extra mile, okay? Especially if you are in an area that you actually have interest in, you feel me? I'm not saying to overextend yourself in spaces that you don't even, resonate with. If you have a job or something right now that you don't like, don't go the extra mile. Do the bare minimum, sis. Don't go the extra mile. But if you are doing something that you actually like and you want to build your value, you want to build your clientele, go the extra mile. Do those extra little sweet things without any expectation. This is going to make people so attracted to you. They're going to want to do business with you. They're going to find your service or your product more enjoyable because you go that little extra mile. If you have a service and you have a space where you provide your service, have some little snacks, budget whatever you can budget in, have some little snacks or give them like a little free gift or something. Little stuff like that really makes people want to come back to you and spend more money with you, and they find you more valuable because they had the best experience. Next, we're going to talk about how to increase your value within yourself. This is going to help you to accomplish your personal goals and also help you to create that inner fulfillment. Number 4 is going to be to get to know yourself. A great way to get to know yourself is to spend more time alone and explore what interests you. Whatever really intrigues you and whatever you really feel pulled towards, go ahead and explore that. Another thing that helps you get to know yourself is journaling down whatever is in your head. I'm not a big journaler, but every time journaler, is that a word? But every time that I do journal, I learn something new about myself. I get my thoughts out of my head and I'm able to when you get to know yourself, this makes you more valuable because nobody can tell you shit about yourself. Number 5 is going to be to educate yourself. Get to know as much about a topic that you can, especially the things that interest you. So that way in the future, you're able to protect yourself. I think that knowledge is powerful, and the more you know, the more you can get the best out of your experiences. So whatever it is that intrigues you, maybe it could be dating, it could be money, it could be some type of passion. Learn as much about it as you can. And I think learning is very fun, and it's armor, you feel me? It's protection. And when you educate it, it's less likely that people are going to try to play with you. The 6th way to increase your value as a woman is to treat yourself with respect. Also, honor your needs. If you need to be nourished or taken care of in any type of way, take care of yourself, right? This is going to help you to treat other people better too, because you'll treat people how you treat yourself. But it's also going to attract people that's going to rise to the occasion, that's going to treat you as well as you treat yourself, because you've normalized it within yourself. People will start to do things for you that they never did for anybody else, that they don't even do for themselves, but in your presence, you just make them feel the need to rise to that occasion because you're carrying that energy within yourself, because you treat yourself with respect. If you're getting any value out of this so far, do not forget to hit the like button, sis. And I also just thought of another really valuable tip that's extremely important, and I'm gonna make sure that I put it as like a bonus. Now we're gonna talk about how to increase your value in relationships, whether they're romantic, platonic. Number 7 is gonna be to set standards. Know the basics of what you want to give and what you want to receive from this connection. Before you even start trying to meet and connect with people, you want to set these standards so you're able to attract the right people into your life. Because we don't want to change people or force them to meet our standards. We want to attract people who are already doing work within themselves. When I didn't value myself and I didn't know my worth, I would just connect with pretty much anybody because I was lonely and looking for a little validation. I ended up letting people have a little too much access to me and also placing them at a higher place in my life because it was nobody else there to fill it. To avoid having people in your life that don't value you, you have to start to value yourself and create that within yourself and set standards for every connection. So whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, or whether it's just like some type of acquaintanceship, whoever you want to build with, know the basics of what you're willing to give and what you're willing to receive from this connection. So for example, a basic standard that I have in a romantic relationship is that the other person has to be doing work within themselves. And the reason that I say this is because I attract a lot of people that want me to fix them, that want me to be their mom or something. So if that potential prospect, if they're not doing any work within themselves, I can't really further the connection because I'm not receiving anything. I know that I want to be poured into as much as I'm willing to pour into you. That's the basics of what I know that I'm willing to give and also receive. is being poured into, being lifted up. So setting these standards increases your value because you're not just letting anybody have access to you. You're not just letting anybody who's not willing to pour into you have access to you. Number 8 is going to be to be where you are celebrated and expanding. If you're in a room with people who is not happy for you, you need to find a new room. If they don't want to see the best for you, you need to find a new room. If you're not growing and evolving, you need to find a new room. I know that it may be hard to hear something like this because most of the time, these are the people that you love the most. But the people, the people that you might love the most may be the most triggered by your growth. Sometimes it's really hard to see that growth because it triggers where you're not showing up for yourself, and that's just something on their own journey that they'll have to heal. But it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personal when you may be surrounded by people who don't want the best for you. It's not personal. It actually has nothing to do with you, but you do have to be in acceptance and protect yourself and know that, hey, if I don't feel welcome here, I don't want to be here. Y'all ever heard that saying, I'd rather be alone than be in a room full of people who make me feel lonely? To value your energy, you only want to be in spaces where you want to spend most of your time in spaces where you're expanding and celebrated. Even if you don't have a lot of people like that in your life, it's okay. You feel me? If you're expanding and celebrating by yourself and with spirit, that's all right. Protect your energy, protect your aura. I am divinely protected. Affirm yourself. I am divinely protected. Another way to increase your value is going to be to stop being nice. All right. This is coming from a seasoned people pleaser, and I've learned so many lessons. Being nice and being a people pleaser and trying to make people happy with you, that lowers your value because you're not only settling, but you're also misleading. If you have to change yourself in order to be liked by somebody, they don't like you. They like who you're acting like. They don't even know you. And that is disrespect to yourself. And this is something I've struggled with for so long. And even though I'm learning this lesson right now, I still wanted to share it because you're not obligated to be nice. Being nice and trying to please people and not make them upset with you is going to lead you into spaces that you didn't even have no business being in. If you can just be your authentic self, the people that truly resonate with you will respect that so much. They will value that, they'll honor that, and that's how you attract the people that's truly meant for you. But if you focusing too much on just being nice and being liked, then you're just gonna be like a puppet, like motherfuckers puppet, and every time you interact with them you feel the need to change, and it's draining, and we're not doing any, we ain't doing that no more, sis. You feel me? If you a people pleaser and you know what I'm talking about, let me know if you have any tips for me to stop people pleasing. The 10th one is a really meaningful to me, and it's really just tell the truth. I mean, what more can I say? If you're trying to connect with somebody, or you're trying to build and nurture an already existing relationship, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Communicate that. That shit makes you so valuable. That makes people respect you. That makes people want to be around you. It is a brave thing to tell the truth. It shows that you have integrity and you care. So you made it to the end of this video. I do have an extra tip that I had just thought of that is so extremely important, and that's gonna be to don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with anything. As a woman or as a human, period, your time is the most valuable asset that you have, because time is probably the only thing that you cannot get back. Do not waste your valuable and precious time in a relationship that's not serving you, at a job that's making you miserable. Do not waste your time in self-pity and self-loathing and resentment and anger. The reason why we spend so much time in a space that we know is not right for us is because it feels safe. It feels safe because it's familiar. It's all that we know. So our brain just gravitates towards it because we feel like it's the right thing to do, even if it's hurting us. Sometimes we fear the unknown and we resist that growth, and we stay in spaces longer than we should have. Fears, limitations, and all type of stuff is gonna pop up when you're leaning towards change and you're leaning towards growth and healing. But it is possible for you to create this change for yourself because you value and respect yourself enough to not stay in that misery. And then to deal with the pain and the suffering that the thing is causing us, we spend a lot of our time attempting to escape our reality. Don't waste your time in those situations. Don't waste your time trying to escape and avoid your problems. Create a life that you feel like you do not need to escape from. It is possible for you, and you're gonna do it because you value yourself and you love yourself enough to not keep experiencing this pain. And those fears and the growths and that resistance that pop up, that shit is gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, but you can absolutely push through this. And once you do, you're gonna see all of that power that you've had within yourself this whole time. You're gonna start to have that love and that fulfillment. But don't waste your time in spaces. This will make you extremely, extremely high value woman, okay? Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.